Full of greed, heart full of spite. Foodie can't see the light. Overeating, losing the fight. Greed, a hold attack day and night.
Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to take a look at Chantal's most recent upload video from yesterday called It's Over and Done, which is clickbait. Clearly, you know, you think looking at that it's maybe to do with a relationship with Salah. It's not. I'm not even going to try and make it clickbait for you. She's talking about how her past life is done and that she's sick of having to justify that now she just wants to do mukbangs, etc. This really is one to behold. The delusion is real in this one, folks. As always, please consider giving it a like to the video, subscribe, share to anybody else you think might like the content. Really appreciate you watching. Let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so she starts with this image of Julia trying to make a joke. But look at Julia's fur there. You can see loose bits of fur that need brushing off. What is she... Well, I was going to say what is she doing, but it's clear to see what she's not doing, if you know what I mean.
It's over. It's over with that person. It's done. And
that's how she started the video. Wow.
Hi guys. So this is a talking video and there's not going to be any editing because I'm lazy, which means you're gonna have to put up with the nose scratches and stuff, sorry. So I thought I would just do a talking video. I'm not eating in this video because I'm talking a lot and because
I do have it sped up as usual, in case you're wondering. I usually have her on 1.5 speed unless it's just a very short clip, and then sometimes I'll put it on normal speed.
I'm full from supper still, so I just wanted to kind of, I guess, answer in an official video some of your like questions about why I'm choosing to do mukbangs, yada yada yada. And I don't want to address this during mukbangs. I just want mukbangs to be enjoying food and having fun and just...
Who can enjoy food in your mukbangs? The food looks like slop and the eating noises you make are disgusting. It's feeder content to the max, let's be honest.
Lighthearted content where I don't have to give anything of myself, like share anything that, you know, I've changed a lot. I know people refuse to believe that and are looking for all kinds of evidence and, you know.
No, we don't have to look for evidence. You provide us with the evidence when you're not there in Q8. And sometimes even when you are in Q8, look at the recent rage that you did.
You know, just trying to counter that. But I have changed a lot mindset-wise with certain things. Some things remain the same. Some things I'm still working on. But in the, you know, I think it's safe to say after about almost 2 years of being different than what you're used to, a different foodie beauty, that this is going towards a newer lifestyle. And life changes.
What a load of crap. It's not a newer lifestyle. You're right back to doing mukbangs again. Not looking after your health. How is that a newer lifestyle? Huh? How is that different from before?
Changes are not just one day you're different completely, okay? It's gradual and it's painful and it's hard adapting to a new lifestyle. And I've had to grieve a lot of things from my old lifestyle, sure, of course, but it doesn't mean that it's what was best for me. And that's choices that I have the freedom to make in life. And nobody truly knows completely my life, my circumstances, my everything except for me, my feelings.
Yeah, not truly, but you do or have put most of it online, so people have a general good idea.
Okay, what's in my heart and in my mind. So, and I want to protect those things from now on. So what I did say in my post about, not wanting to share intimate details of my life, you know, that's so different for you guys. And I know in a way, and I don't know what other term to use, but a lot of you are grieving the old foodie beauty. A lot of you miss that person because...
I wouldn't say grieving, no. What a stupid word to use. Nobody's grieving it, love.
Because you keep going over my past and over things that affected me. And even though a lot of them don't affect me anymore, people...
What do you mean they don't affect you anymore? Huh?
Will still go over them as if it's not even affecting me and these things happen to me. It's it's just weird for me that people keep going over a past me that's not there anymore and won't.
If it's not affecting you anymore, then why are you talking about it now, huh?
Come back. I think people expect in a few months that I'm going to go back to Canada, that I'm going to
Not necessarily. We know you do have a visa renewal to do. But you've made it clear it's not going to be Canada, so where else? You've talked about Malaysia, you've talked about Japan. If Salah's going with you, then it's got to be somewhere he can get entry to, which is not everywhere given his Syrian passport. And you mentioned couples travel in the autumn, so are you going alone on your visa run?
go back to that old way. I'm going to rip off the hijab and it's just going to be, let's get a wheelchair kind of thing.
Oh, do you see the rage in her? She's talking here. Well, if you remember back when Salah did his thing with Kai Bella, the end of last year, 2023, when you were doing that rage in your car, you did come pretty close to ripping off the hijab, and you said some choice things there, didn't you? About, I can't remember exactly, but it was something like, why do I believe in God, or I'm not going to believe in God anymore, and why am I wearing this, etc. And we've seen you get high when you're back in Canada. If not every trip, almost every trip, but I would reckon every trip back to Canada. You've got high every first chance you could get. And wheelchairs, maybe. Edibles, maybe, allegedly.
Now, I've been to Canada 2 or 3 times back and forth because I've been, like I said, these changes of lifestyle, it's so drastic, and it's taken me time through this tug of war to feel like, okay, you know, do I want to go back to that lifestyle? So I thought, you know, going back to Canada, I missed certain things, but then it never happened. I never took the hijab off. I never reverted back to my old lifestyle, totally, you know, like, but.
Really? We only saw what you chose to put on camera at that time.
But I end up coming back here, and there's a lot of reasons, and I don't feel like I need to justify that to anybody. And I'm not.
And that's why we never saw the hijab come off, because you did end up going back. It didn't take you long to forgive Salah, outwardly anyway, did it, at the end of last year? And you decided you were going back.
I'm not even going to try. I'm not going to explain why I prefer to be here. I mean, I think I have many times. I don't think that people listen. So it's like, for me, if I'm going to just be talking to a brick wall, I'm not going to bother. You know, there's just.
Talking to a brick wall. That's how your viewers and subs feel when they're trying to advise you about your health.
It's just so many people online that are so determined to misunderstand what I say.
No, it's not misunderstanding. It's that you've been proven to lie about so much, so often. It's not misunderstanding. It's going on your track history of proven lies. And you've admitted that you've lied about things.
And take a different meaning of it. And I just, you know what, I'm just going to let people do that. And I'm just going to keep quiet and know what my...
No, you won't. There'll be a rage coming sometime in the not too distant future. Be assured of that.
My life is like, you know what I mean? So, there's things I grieve, obviously, about my old life. But again, it doesn't mean that it's what's best for me. And
what you're doing in this current supposed new life is best for you? No. Your health is going down very quickly if you carry on eating the crap that you are and not exercising at all, which you've told us you're not.
I'm still working on issues. Sure, I have a lot to work on,
yeah,
but that's not going to matter geographically for me. Like, wherever I go, there I am. That's true. And, you know, it's just, I'm not going to be that person anymore. It's over. It's over with that person. It's done. And
but
I'm not going to be going back to that. So
if ever there was trying to deflect from the next episode of Mr Snowflake, this is it, isn't it? I mean, what Mr Snowflake is going to be covering in episode 4, coming out very soon for non-members, it's already out for members, I believe, is some of the, I was going to say best, but you could call it best and worst of Chantal in the Seahead Olympics era, shall we say. She's trying desperately to get ahead of it, but it's not going to work. We all know that. Those of us that have followed for quite a while, those of us that have followed more recently but have gone back and watched all of the videos, we know what's going on. And Mr Snowflake is going to expose it all, whether she likes it or not.
I know a lot of people think this newer version of me is boring. It's not what you're
The whole Q8 arc has been fairly boring, to be honest with you, Chantal.
used to. My audience was mostly people who were, you know, there to watch me be completely silly, totally TMI, things that I would never want to talk about openly now, and things I would never in a million years do. And in a way, I'm grieving. I'm having trouble, like, accepting that I've exposed so much of myself in a way. You know, I'm trying.
Only now? You're having trouble with that? Come off it.
Trying to just realize that that's the past and it's done and there's nothing I can do about it, right? But there's a lot I wish I didn't share with people, or that I didn't do.
I'll bet there is. If you hadn't met Stella and done this whole cosplay stuff, you wouldn't give a damn. You'd still be there doing it exactly as you were.
So, but there's a lot of things I don't regret either. So anyway, all this backstory to basically just say that, you know, I meant what I said in my post. I know I'm not the queen of consistency, and you guys
No, you're not.
expect me to change my mind and still expect me to go back and live in Canada and
Yep.
be different. But after a year and a half or more, almost 2 years, I think it's safe to say that a lot of chapters from that era are just done. It's over with. It's gone.
How can you say that? You're still there on a tourist visa, right? Your health is declining rapidly. You have to keep leaving the country every 3 months or so. How long is it until your health gets that bad, as I've mentioned in other videos, that you can't travel anymore? What happens if on your due date to travel, if it's quite near the end of your current visa, duration, you get very ill again and you can't travel and you overstay your visa, huh? And how long is it going to take the Kuwaiti government or whatever, agency it is there to red flag you and not let you back in? We've seen recently the steps they're taking about, the status of people living there. It's ramping up. Is that why she's so angry and annoyed that she feels that the next time she leaves Kuwait, it may be the last? They may not let her in again now that they're taking a closer look at people's status. And we all know that this marriage isn't going to last one way or another. She didn't get in papers. He's going to dump her, allegedly. Or she's going to have to go back to Canada for the healthcare. It's simple, isn't it?
I don't have the want to go back to a lot of that. A lot of things I'm glad are done, and I want to evolve in life, and I want to see where things are going to go. I want to stick to my goals. I want to...
What? Your goals? Your goals were to travel and get healthy and all the rest of it. You've stopped exercising. You've gone back to eating crap. You got new goals now? What? To eat yourself into an early you-know-what?
I want to travel so bad. Like, it's a yearning inside me that you don't understand.
Oh, travel still is the goal. Well, you need to have another 180 pretty damn quick for that, don't you?
I think it's because, coming here and being here, living in a different culture, I want to experience a lot of cultures. I want to experience all that life has to offer. So,
but you don't experience the culture there. You barely leave that apartment. What the hell is she talking about?
But I'm also so basically for the mukbangs, I guess it kind of reminds me of a time when my channel was more simple. Like, I had fun doing mukbangs.
More simple? No, it's when your channel kind of took off, isn't it? And got popular. You started off doing beauty and makeup originally for a couple of years. Well before you started doing mukbangs. Or mukbangs, I'm never sure the right way to pronounce it.
In a lot of ways, I had fun telling you guys stories and stuff too. But even with an eating disorder, as a human being, we have to eat food. And
yeah, we do have to eat food, but you don't need to eat the amount and type of food that you do, especially with your health issues. You know, let's cut the crap here.
I find whenever I go on diets, whenever I restrict food groups, whenever, you know, I start to have negative feelings about food, and it causes guilt, and it just perpetuates the binge eating cycle. And with the mukbangs lately, I feel like I get to kind of have more of a routine. You know, I wake up, I take my meds, you know, I have the healthy drink, I eat whatever the heck I want from my mukbang, I eat whatever I want. And that satisfies a craving in me, you know.
Get to eat whatever the heck I want. Right, okay. You can have a routine eating proper healthy food as well, you know, Chantal. Routine doesn't have to consist of doing mukbangs, firstly, you know, videoing you eating, and you can have healthy food.
You know, as a food addict in a way. And then you know.
Oh, a food addict in a way. Trying to get the sympathy here, are we? Ahead of part 4.
I can negotiate with myself, okay, I'm going to have this healthy later, blah, blah, blah. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, you know, you're fooling yourself. It's a slippery slope, yada, yada, yada. But over-restrict.
No, I don't think you're fooling yourself. I think you know damn well what you're doing.
Restricting doesn't work either for me. You know what I mean? In a way, it's worse. So, but these are what I'm doing right now. I don't want to do any more on my channel. I don't want to justify, as a larger person with health problems, I don't want to justify to people, strangers, why I'm eating what I'm eating. You know?
Then why are you making this video right now, trying to do just that? And yes, they are strangers on your channel, but a lot of them are paying members as well. They've got you where you are, mostly, in terms of the 100k plaque, etc. I say mostly because if you know, you know. This is bizarre.
You know, especially to a community of people who are also overweight, obese, and don't.
What a sweeping statement. You can't say that. A community of people who are... You don't know that people are overweight or obese. You're just trying to do that as deflection, aren't you? Trying to make out that people who call you out on your lies and deceit are no better than you because they're overweight. Well, do you know what? Even if some people are overweight who watch you, doesn't mean they live their life the way you do and lie the way you do, etc.
Don't ever show themselves, but have a lot to say about what I'm eating.
Oh, here we go. They do get people not showing themselves. She's just got to, in her head, think that everybody who watches her, if they are overweight, like I said, I have all the same issues she does. She can't accept the fact that there can be people who maybe are overweight or obese, but don't have the health problems quite like she has right now.
About my weight, yada yada. It's a huge community of people who do that, and I don't want to justify my choices.
Don't then.
You know, just because I'm a fat person online eating something that's not a salad, I don't want to do it.
It's not that it's not, you know, you're not eating a salad. It's that you're diabetic and you have other health issues. You know, what about the sleep apnea, for example? You know, you could be heading for a heart attack or a stroke anytime soon. Diabetes can cause complications. You know, it's not as simple as that, Chantal.
What I do off camera with my life is totally up to me. It's my choices. You don't have to watch it. You know, eating videos are not for everybody.
No, they're not.
At all. And so that's fine as well. You know, there is an audience for it, obviously.
Yeah, there is. And a lot of people think that's why you're doing it, that you're getting paid by feeders. And she's almost admitted right there, basically, that that's why she's gone back to doing it. There's an audience for it, huh? That's where she's going to make most money, because right now what she needs is money. To the detriment of her health. Nothing else matters right now, hey?
And no, not just feeders, because do you know how many mukbang...
Oh, here we go. I haven't watched this before reacting. So she knew that people were going to bring up about feeders.
Channels there are, and if you go through those people's comments, there's not one sexual comment about...
Well, they probably wouldn't be that open about it, would they?
Feederism or whatever dumb people are saying about it. Just because it's a bigger person eating, it has to be a feeder. No, it's not. All right, people watch mukbangs for different reasons, you know. Just
a lot of, well, I'm guessing, I've heard people watch mukbangs because they like to see the different kinds of food, you know, it looks attractive, etc. People describe the food that they're eating and the taste. All we get with your mukbangs is disgusting eating noises, huh? And you even put the microphone, You've had it close to your chest before now, so it picks up all of the noises. Who the hell are you doing this for, if not for feeders? Moving on.
It just makes you hungry. It's pleasurable to see the good food, especially if you can't eat it or
if it's good food, yeah, but like I said, what you've shown us is not attractive at all.
are eating. It's like a social thing, you know? Like, I don't have to explain.
A social thing? From the woman who never goes out of her apartment, hardly. You know, and people have said to you about socialising there, finding other females to socialise with. You could go out and eat with them if, eating socially is such a big thing. But will you do that? No.
To explain mukbangs. People know what they are. I've talked about this many times. But that's why I'm doing them. Because for me, it's content that's fun. There's no drama. I think drama is worse for my health than a cheeseburger at this point. Honestly, you underestimate.
What? Don't give us that. If you really cared about your health, you would have had proper counselling for your mental health. You would have got the services of a dietitian, for example. You would have checked yourself in as an inpatient somewhere, so your meals were portion controlled, etc. You don't give a crap about your health, so don't come out with this rubbish. Not to mention the fact, being diabetic adds even more problems.
Underestimate how much that can affect your health. People really don't realize that, and I don't want to have a dark energy online with that kind of drama and hatred.
Says the woman who did the Rage of All Rages last week. Huh?
And disliking and just like total negative vibes. Like, I just don't want it in my life. Okay, so
must play this back when I react to her next rage. Reminder of this. Not that it matters.
So, mukbangs. I built my channel on mukbangs.
No, you started off, as I've said, with, beauty, makeup. Maybe it became successful when you started doing mukbangs, but
at first, anyways, and I always ate to some degree on camera, and I enjoy doing them. So that's that.
That's that.
That's why I want to do it. It's a type of content that, doesn't involve me sharing my
disgusting
life, because I don't want to do that anymore. I want complete privacy. At first, when I was doing mukbangs in the past, I loved being an open book. I loved sharing everything, and now my feelings have changed about that. So where was I? Oh yeah, mukbang.
They've changed for the moment. Also, she said, didn't she, there'd be no editing, but we just had a jump cut there, I'm sure. Let's just go back. What's this?
Sharing everything. And now my feelings have changed about that.
Yeah. What did she cut out there?
Well, where was I? Oh yeah, mukbangs. So that's why I do them. That's what I want to do. I want to do food content. Of course, when I travel, I'm going to travel.
When I travel? Not when we travel? Is she going to catch herself on here and correct it? And look at her eyes here. It almost looks to me as if she's been crying. Let's see.
Do travel vlogs, like, regarding the food in the different countries. And on our couples channel, we're going to do travel vlogs. And what else?
Yeah, her eyes are watery. Look, can you see that? What happened during that break? Did she get a call from Salah, wherever he is? And you already said that you as a couple ain't going to be travelling till the autumn. This season 3. Yeah. Lit it is not.
Go out sometimes around here, show you different food places and stuff like that. And
no, you're not. You've barely done that as a couple. I mean, well, I was going to say, you only do go out there as a couple, but, you've barely done that. That ain't happening.
And in between that, just mukbangs at home. That's basically just what I want to do right now. I don't want to come on here and explain why I'm eating a cheeseburger.
The way she's talking. I don't want to come in here and explain why I'm eating a cheeseburger. It's childish, isn't it? Having a tantrum.
want to come on here and explain my weight loss or gain or whatever the heck, and be like, I gained half a kilo this week, guys. No, I don't want it. And I don't want to, you know, also go balls to the wall and super strict on a diet. And
nobody made you put out the content that you have been. It was you that decided after your recent health scare that you were going to be motivated and show your weight and exercising, etc.
No, I don't want to do it. And just, I don't enjoy doing that content whatsoever. I don't enjoy it. So, yeah, judge me all you want for that. But for me, there's just no way. There's just no way. I don't enjoy it. It depresses me even more. It makes me feel like losing weight and getting healthy is like a punishment. It feels like a punishment when I do that. So
I've heard it all now. Losing weight and getting healthy feels like a punishment. You keep on going the way you are, you know, you'd be lucky to see 45. Or lucky to see it without losing a limb or your vision going with your diabetes. I've said this a lot, I know, but she needs professional help. What is her supposed loving, caring husband doing? You know, why is he not getting her, I say getting her, of course she's the wrong person, but, you know, strongly encouraging her to get professional help. We know how she supposedly loves Salah so much and would seemingly do whatever he suggests.
So, yeah. I mean, look at it this way. I want to just go back to learn how to be like a normal person. Like, look at someone like...
You were never a normal person from what we've seen on YouTube.
Salah. They don't have to count calories. They don't have to worry about, you know, they just...
Salah isn't your weight with your health problems, and he's not diabetic.
They just listen to their normal hunger cues, I guess. I don't know. But I know for someone like me, it's different. I have to reset and get there, whatever. But
whatever.
Anyway, I don't even know why I'm going down that road. But it makes it feel like a chore, a punishment. You know, I don't want to do that. So that's just, you know, I've changed my mind.
You're always changing your mind.
Yeah, I just don't want to do it. So, you know.
Yeah, I just don't want to do it. So, you know, I'd rather not have my full life expectancy, have diabetic crises, etc. Yeah. You
know, I don't care if you judge me for that, for my life choices, whatever. It is what it is. That's just how I'm happier, just not doing that, not dieting or whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah, you can see, again, her eyes there. She's been weeping.
That's why I'm doing it. And
I know, I don't think that's why you're doing it. I think you're doing it to build up your feeder audience again because you need the money.
And that's all I guess I have to say about it. So, I don't think that I'll ever want to go back to opening up about my life because I don't enjoy it anymore. Like, something has shifted inside me where I don't want to go back to Canada, rip off the hijab like people think I'm going to do. People still think they're giving me time. In like a few months, she's going to be back in Canada, back to wheelchairs, back to...
Yeah, it may take longer than a few months, but yeah, I believe it will happen. Mm-hmm.
Shaving her head, back to being a mess. It's not going to happen. It's not, that's over. That time is over. That, like, it's just done. It's completely done.
And we'll play this bit of video back to you at that point in time when you are back in Canada doing that. God willing, if your health permits you, of course.
And I've been back and forth to Canada enough times now to know that that's not what I want. And I don't want to sit here justifying why, but that's just, I'm a different person now. I'm a different foodie beauty. If you don't enjoy this new me, then you know what to do. Like, I'm not going to be changing for anybody. Like, this is my life. This is who I am now. Take me or leave me. That's up to you. But
so she's basically telling her subs and members, if you don't like it, unsub, don't watch me. What a way to kill your channel of proper YouTube viewers. And by that I mean she'll end up having only feeders watching her. Maybe it's lucrative. I don't know. Apparently, from what I've seen on Twitter, it can be quite lucrative. But you know what? Why not just make the videos and send them to the feeders then? If that's what you're doing, allegedly. Why put them out on YouTube? Is it to get a little bit more money from AdSense for those that do bother to still watch your mukbangs?
I'm not my past either. The past doesn't affect me anymore. Why it's still, people are still obsessed with it.
Yeah, tell me you're not bothered about Mr Snowflake's part 4 coming out this week by not telling me you've been bothered. She is so trying to deflect from that coming out. It never works, Chantal. I don't know why you keep trying. Your past is there. It's on record.
I don't know, but you have to get over it and accept that it's gone, because it was my life. I lived it, and if I'm over it, it's weird that other people are still not.
You're not over it, not by a long stretch.
Like from years ago. So yeah.
Actually, she recorded this yesterday, and if I'm not wrong, it was after I saw on Twitter about Mr Snowflake's part 4 coming out. That's probably what sent her into doing it. She's seen that on Twitter and decided to try once again to get ahead of it. But like I said, it never works.
So that's it. Mukbangs are valuable entertainment for people who enjoy them. There's a lot. I enjoy them. I didn't really used to love them, but I always did watch them. But now I start to love them, because it's just like, you know, it's just drama free, and I don't know. I just like drama free content, honestly.
You absolutely do not. You love nothing more than doing an on-stream rage.
But I don't like doing certain things. Like for me, I love food. Like despite even, this is a huge important point. Despite being a food addict, despite having, you know, I think to a degree we're...
Oh, here we go. I'm a food addict. Feel sympathy for me.
all addicted to some kind of food, especially if you like junk food and you eat it every day. Try stopping it cold turkey. It's hard. But with the binge eating and all that, I actually haven't been binge eating. So
Then what the hell do you call those mukbangs, huh? Those huge portions of food that you devoured. Get over it, honestly.
thing is working, okay? So I don't know if it's that, you know, I know that I get to eat something I'm craving. I don't have that stress of thinking, of restricting, like, oh no, I can't eat this ever again kind of thing. I don't know what it is, but...
So you don't have that stress, but are you not feeling the stress of your health, of, you know, dying an early death?
But, yeah, I still need to eat, and even...
Yeah, you do, but you don't need to eat the junk that you do.
though I have binge eating disorder,
Here we go.
I also love food, and I'm very interested in the cultural side of food. I'm also interested in, like...
The cultural side of food. Then why not get out, go out with some ladies to eat? You might learn a bit about the culture then, huh? And the cultural side of food.
learning about different food, about trying different food, and I love the pleasure that food brings, like good food, you know? I love food. I'm a foodie in that I pack...
You're not a foodie. You're not, in the true definition of a foodie, you're not.
Passionate about food. I love food, you know? People always say, well, how did you know to just cook things? Because I love food. And so if you love something, you know, I'm not like I don't even measure my spices or anything, so I'm not like a cook or a chef. I don't claim to be. But I can make myself something good if I want to, something tasty. And that's...
You mean you can make yourself a pile of crap if you want to?
I love food. I am a foodie and a beauty. I know that
Remember, 90% more attractive than everybody on YouTube, girls.
makes people mad. So I just really love food. And so a big part of me wants to just get more into food. And
How the hell can you get more into food than you already are? God.
hoping that somehow that will also mend my bad relationship with food. So
How is that going to mend your bad relationship with food? Delusion.
we will see, but I'm done justifying myself and my
Are you?
opening up about my health. And I know it's totally my fault, you know, but do you know how annoying it is to have so many people comment carb hate? Just, I don't know, just like some of the comments are so annoying, and I don't know.
You put it out there on the internet. What do you expect? It's out there for people to critique, comment on. That's what YouTube is, if you didn't already know, Chantal. You've got to take the good with the bad, you know?
I don't know. I just can't stand it. I can't stand it. So I'm totally done with that. I know I say that all the time, but trust me, this is going to stick. You're not going to see another diet
You've also said that before. Trust me, it's going to stick.
video from me anymore.
Really?
You know, like it's not going to, there's not going to be any diet videos.
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts. If he has another diabetic emergency, we might get back on it. Or she'll just change her mind again, huh?
Yeah. Or my health, whatever. That's my personal business. I don't know why I ever decided to share some things like my blood sugar and stuff. So stupid, honestly.
Ah, that's what's really pissed her off. Because her blood sugar wasn't as low as she thought it would be that time.
So, but that's it for me. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Any of those personal things. And this is just like a formal video, I guess, cementing that for you guys and answering kind of why I wanted to go back to mukbangs. Because people forget that I built my channel on mukbangs. I did start doing, you know, weight loss content after that and all that stuff. It's a very eclectic channel, so it has different audiences, you know. When I start doing weight loss
It won't have any more, will it?
stuff, the weight loss audience comes out and says, yay. And the mukbang people say boo, you know, and then it's like vice versa every time I change my mind. But I want to be consistent. And I think that, you know, I just want to just do that content for now. Well, yeah, that's going to be my content. A food channel. So,
It's not what you'd call a food channel, no. It would be a mukbang feeder channel.
That's about it. And so, yeah, if you don't like watching people eat, you don't like eating noises, I have no idea why you would watch my videos. My mukbang.
Well, that's why I'm not putting them on here as a react, because the noises are disgusting. I might show muted bits or edited short clips, but no way, not the whole lot.
My mukbang videos, but that's how it's going to be. So anyways, guys, thanks for listening to me again. I know a lot of people miss the old Foodie Beauty, excuse me, but that's gone. It's just gone. You know, I'm 40 now.
That was either another burp or fart on camera, and she wouldn't edit that out. She did the jump clip earlier on, jump shot, sorry, jump edit, but no, keep the burps and farts in, hey? Is that for another type of audience?
Like, I'm not going to be doing any of the things that I used to do. It's just,
right.
Just feel different about things now. I don't
really.
I don't have that same energy either.
Well, you know why you don't have that same energy? Because you're not working it out in any shape or form, and you're just eating rubbish. Of course you're not going to have energy.
I don't know. This is why I don't edit. I would have to listen to myself say all this over again. No thanks. I even bore myself sometimes, so. It doesn't bug me that people think my content's boring. It doesn't. Some people, you know, some people don't. Some people do, whatever. All right, so I guess that's it. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
And there you go. Okay, what did you think of that? Let me know in the comments. Personally, I think this is all about Mr. Snowflake's part 4 coming out, and she's trying to get ahead of it. We shall see what happens next. And by the way, if Mr. Snowflake stays to his usual form, once it's released to the general public, he tells reactors they can go ahead and show it. So might do another live showing that. The last one was good. Let me know if you fancy that in the comments. Once again, if you do like the video and like the content, please click the like button and share to anybody you think might like the content. As always, until next time, take care.
Belly belly full, but she want more. Anger rising, can't keep score. Money off the spend, can't ignore. Greed a joker till she can't adore. Belly full of greed, heart full of spite. Foodie can see